You could have heard this episode 48 hours early on our Patreon, patreon.com/indieheadspodcast. But joining us for as low as $1 a month, you'll see episodes early and get access to our Discord server. All of our upcoming episodes we put on our Patreon 48 hours before it hits our public podcast feeds. But if you're hearing this via our Patreon feed, we thank you so much for your support. We especially want to thank our Real Ones patrons, including Becca Etienne, Georgia Mikowski, James Boss, Holiday Kirk, Tyler, Marcy Anime, Chance Holdup, Delaney Mothman, Brianna Cruz, Josiah Duncan, Janelle Fleur, Matt Cameron, Grant in the Back of My Dragula, Pablo Escobar's Hippos, Jackson Christ, Alec Felder, Jeremy Bull, JP, Matthew Taylor, Breen Hare, Drew Wharton, I Like Books, Jonathan David, Max Kapazinski, Mark Barry, Cal 50, No Woods Refused Pimped Out Dave Matthews Event, Chris Wade, Midwest Maxwell, Kevin John, Jake Wald, Eraser Baby, Rob Mariano, Max, Dylan, Zach, Gavin 490 Freak, and Maze Farms. To become a real one, consider supporting us for $5 a month on Patreon to receive a bonus episode every month and get a shout out at the top of the pod. Anyways, though, enjoy the episode.
I love this one.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 216 of the Indieheads podcast. I'm your host, Matty at Movie and Prince on Twitter. And on this episode, I'm joined by three very, very special guests. Of course, joining me, returning to the show, again, many time guests. As you heard this point, we have Luke Phillips on with us. Welcome back to the pod, Luke.
Hi, Matty. How are you?
Doing all right. And we have two new guests of the show, though. We have two new people that are coming aboard for this very special episode, the sequel episode to Slammers. So, of course, a few months ago, we did an episode talking about songs made by wrestlers, and turns out that is a deep, deep well of content, and we had to keep doing more of them. So, we are joined by two special guests. We're joined by Maxwell Flynn, who is Luke Phillips' partner in the Hard Time Blues column on Merry-Go-Round magazine. Welcome to the pod, Max.
Thanks for having me. Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
And also joining us on this episode is Kate from the band Jobber. Welcome to the pod.
What's up? How's it going?
Again, I was a huge fan of the Hell in a Cell EP. Very happy to have you on. Very unfortunate to be torturing you potentially with this music, but I feel like I feel like this is gonna be fun. I feel like this is again, the cringe factor is gonna be inherently baked in, but it's professional wrestling. I feel like, again, the thing that I worry the most about is that, so who is not on this episode that you might be wondering, hey, where's this person? We were supposed to be joined by Gavin, and Gavin is not here, as Gavin forgot that we were recording tonight, and we were not about, and this already got pushed back, so I was not about to cancel this episode. They started a new job recently, so I'm going to cut them some slack, but it's like, I didn't make this playlist. Gavin made this playlist. Gavin was supposed to be our guide through this because I've done no preparation whatsoever. Because I was like, you know what? I'm here to just blind react to this stuff. But I think I can bullshit my way through this. That is the one thing in life that I've proven to be very good at. I can bullshit through things very well. I guessed it on a podcast once, like recently, which I'm not calling out the people that made the podcast because this is on me. I got invited to be on a podcast. It's like two like ambient musicians, and they're like, oh, we make a song and then you listen to it and we talk about it on the podcast, and like another record. And I didn't listen to the song, and I was listening to the song as we were recording the podcast and just bullshitted some thoughts about it, which were genuine thoughts, mind you, but still, if I can do that, I can do this. And look,
we're this. Like, you were bullshitting that entire podcast with us.
Exactly. I'm admitting it up front.
You're a liar.
It's really easy to just make shit up on the spot about music.
Yeah, I think any
form opinions on
I mean,
music.
I got training.
I think any creative or artists would totally be in lockstep with you.
I mean, the thing is, I got training from the best. I got training from improv everywhere. Those are the best people for the job. So that's, quick on my feet. I was I'm not supposed to tell anybody this, but you guys remember Malaysian Flight 370? That was me. That was me doing. Wow. That was me taking a bit too far. Which I can admit that now because the statute of limitations has ran up, so I can freely admit that now. And if any government official tries to arrest me, I I got a great lawyer. His name is Alan Dershowitz, and he's gonna protect me.
Oh shit! when being a quirked up white boy goes wrong.
But anyways, we are here. We're gonna talk about some more music made by professional wrestlers. We got 12 songs / music videos up on deck. And this first one, I have no idea what the fuck this is.
This playlist looks like hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I said, for the most part, I can tell like basically everybody
This
up
is
until
a good playlist that Gavin put together. I'm very excited for all of this. Oh, we're gonna be dying at the last one. We're gonna be in hog heaven.
yeah. So
I'm not gonna give it away.
Yeah, the last one is we're in for it. But this one, okay, so this appears to be Big O.Wanz and Battle Royale. And Big O.Wanz, who the fuck is this guy before I even hit play on this? This is, again, for the most part with wrestling, is that like I've been watching wrestling for like for literally most of my life. So I do know a lot of people where it's like, okay, I can, you know, oh, I know who, you know, this person is, because like, oh yeah, of course I know what Jeff Hardy's musician name was. I think I bought a song on iTunes back in the day. Okay, so Big O.Wanz is an Austrian professional wrestler and boxer for the AWA. So I guess this is a music video for the AWA.
yeah. From what I gathered, this is like it's like a chain wrestling federation from the UK.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right. And
Which Max is the only person that's watched all these extensively. So
Yeah.
Max is my anchor.
I familiarized myself beforehand, and you know, I can kind of guide a little bit since I'm the only one familiar with it. I'll just go out there and say, this is my favorite song from the playlist.
Wow. Okay. Big expectations.
Coming in hot.
I've seen this video
is my
too,
favorite.
and yeah, this is a good one. This is a
Okay.
good one.
So let's hit play on Young, Strong, and Healthy from Big O.Wanz.
Yeah. This is like a Super Bowl shuffle type deal. Roster of this.
This is the worst synth sound I've ever heard in my entire life.
Oh yeah, no, the instrument set is bad.
Oh, it's awesome. It's like the fucking auto settings on the keyboard.
I'm really hung up on the visuals right now.
Yeah.
This guy looks like Little Ryback. Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ryback if he was normal.
That guy looks like Greg Norton from Booster Dude.
Oh my God! It's Paul Bear. It's like a Safari Explorer.
Paul Lynn.
Yeah, I want to go back and watch some of this wrestling because this cast of dudes is sick.
Yeah, this is a crazy
there's like
cast of people.
Greco-Roman wrestler. There's like a
There was somebody doing like the Great Oz thing.
like a
Kevin
gladiator
Nash.
guy. Yeah.
Magnum PI.
Baron Corbin is there for some reason.
That looks like Chono.
Good facial hair.
I love the leopard print pant like ring attire. More people need leopard print again.
This is giving me like USSR vibes for some reason.
Oh God, that
My
does remind
boss
us.
is from
Oh, go ahead.
Germany,
Go
and she heard me listening to it today, and she was like, "Is this German music?"
ahead. Oh, this guy giving the greatest, most passionate vocal performance ever.
Countered by the next guy,
It's awful.
who has a good singing voice. Like this guy could have been a singer.
Yeah. He's got like I said, he's got he's got good pitch, better than me for sure.
Oh man, I love all the amount of times that these people are doing like fucking, just like back body drops off of each other. And shit. Like,
Yeah, I gotta say really quick.
Pure fundamentals,
These are some beefy boys. Like we haven't mentioned these are some fucking beefcakes here. Like these are.
Oh yeah, no, all of them.
Everyone here is clearing
Huge.
like 250 pounds at least.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have a real soft spot for videos when there's just a bunch of people in a recording booth, like all singing together. It's giving "We Are the World,"
Oh, yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, or Super Bowl shuffle, or yeah.
I gotta say,
that was just like a thing in the '80s. They were like, "Oh, we got to do that. We got to do that."
We gotta get everybody together. This was giving me really big Glow vibes.
Yeah,
totally.
That's it. This is Glow for men who are over 300 pounds.
I miss Glow. Glow was so sick. Justice for Glow. We need a Glow Secret 4. They need to finish it.
Also, to get back to the song, I gotta say I love this song. It's called "Young, Strong, and Healthy." Yet all these men look at least over the age of 45 years old.
It made me feel really good to think of myself as young.
Oh yeah, it's like the Outrunners right now. They're the youngest men alive. You know.
Oh God. Well, that was incredible. But up next,
unless we had any sicko mode for putting this on. I love this text. I love this.
Oh God, yeah. So those last guys, no idea who any of them are. I love them all. I want to watch the promotion. I want to discover more here. But these guys, we are
spoil Dynamite for you guys in the intro here. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah,
I'll let you.
AEW Tag Team Champions, the Acclaimed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Luke, I'll again, you're clearly very familiar with this video, so I'll let you, to set this up for everybody, Luke, what is the context of our next song/video?
Sure. Well, if I was Gavin, I think the Acclaimed, they do need an introduction, but I would say that the Acclaimed need no introduction. If you're already familiar with wrestling, the Acclaimed are a homegrown tag team from AEW who, until last night, were AEW Tag Team Champions. The Acclaimed are two talents, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. And they're awesome dudes. Their entire gimmick has revolved around, well, they're rappers ostensibly. They're like battle rappers.
Yes.
But their entire gimmick for the last year has revolved around the phrase "scissor me, daddy ass," and they like do a scissoring motion with their fingers with each other, and it's the most popular thing in professional wrestling right now. Scissoring is sweeping the nation, and kids are doing it, and it's beautiful, honestly.
It is the 2020, it is the 2020s version of telling people to suck it, like DX did back in the day. Like this is the modern update of that. Like Acclaimed
but it's nice and fun because it's like, like Billy Gunn is their valet, essentially.
Exactly,
their enforcer, and so they've got the DX stamp of approval there.
Exactly.
And then also I think it's pink. Bowens himself is gay. I think Caster might be bi. They're like a queer wrestling tag team, right?
I think again, like, it's not confirmed for Caster. Although one of his great bits is that he's gay for MJF.
Right,
that's one of his great bits.
Like he's at least gay for kayfabe. They're great. They're just an incredible queer tag team.
You've heard of gay for pay, but now here's gay for K.
Gay for kayfabe. Hey, Dustin Rhodes, many such cases,
This is true.
Their entire gimmick revolves around scissoring, and they're beloved. They've really become the most beloved tag team in AEW. But it's been over, they've been pushing these guys and building them steadily over the course of the last, 2 or 3 years. They've definitely been a project, and they've organically gotten over with the crowd, and they're fucking awesome. And so this is one of their music videos that they did when they were about to face Sting and Darby Allin.
Yes. And this song is called Goth Phase. So let's hear it from the Acclaimed.
Hi, I'm Darby Allin. This is Stang. Welcome to Rampage.
I love how he says Stang.
Stang. Mr. Stink.
Yeah.
Two grown men and they going through a goth phase. Darby, you were living in your car with a hot plate. I sent you right back.
Yeah, this is for sure one of the more successful wrestling raps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, because Max Caster can actually rap.
Yeah.
But it's like, the raps function as the promo.
Yes.
It doesn't even need to be a promo. It's just a good song.
It's just a really funny.
Yeah, this is definitely the most earwormy, Acclaim thing. Like musically.
Because musically, it's not parody, but it's funny. It's kind of like a Sloppy Boys level joke song where it's still musically good.
He's literally just when they do the rapping in the live and in the shows and stuff, it's literally just hosting, basically.
Yeah.
I will say I do love that this video is filmed what is an abandoned high school or something in the middle of New Jersey somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's harkening back to the Sting Darby cinematic match.
Yes.
Yeah, fun. What run Sting and Darby have had, huh? This Sting run was quite incredible, and Darby is an insane pain freak.
Yes.
Yeah, crazy. Well,
that's great.
Everybody loves the Acclaim.
And again,
Everybody.
And yeah, of course, at the time they were heels, but like again, they've just had a very like natural babyface turn because just like the crowd loves them because they're they're hilarious and they're
let's
good.
See where they go with this, brother. They
Exactly.
gotta defeat the evil guns now.
The ass boys. They have to defeat them.
Those dastardly ass boys.
This is so true. But
the men with the 2 worst tattoos in AEW.
Well, it used to be Cody.
Yeah. But no, Austin Gunn got that weird face in his armpit.
Oh God. Yeah. What can you do? What can you do? Again, wrestler.
Really is very funny that in kayfabe they made Billy Gunn turn on his own sons.
little shitheads. You got to teach them a lesson.
Yeah, it's funny.
Well, again, Luke, did you consider that maybe the kids just had bad vibes? Like
they do. They know. That's like literally the whole gimmick is that his kids have bad vibes.
Let's move on. I am very excited for this next one. So this next one comes from Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett, for the listeners, he is a professional wrestler who's been very active for a long time, since the at least early 90s, late 80s. He's been around for a while. Of course, he comes from a wrestling family. He's a like second or third generation wrestler. And his gimmick, so when he joined the WWE, then the WWF in the mid-90s, they have strapped him with the gimmick of a country singer because he was Double J, Jeff Jarrett, and of course, because he was a country singer, well, he's got to have the songs to back it up. And so here we are with Jeff Jarrett with the song "With My Baby Tonight." Oh my God. Yeah,
a bop.
I'd say I gotta hear the vocals before I give any thoughts on this one.
Yeah, right.
But he's
got no range, but he's not bad.
He's not
hitting like one note.
Yes.
Oh, this is not. Yeah, I'm sorry. I cannot compliment the voice here.
He's got the swag for it, though.
No, he's definitely got
the demeanor.
Double J's got the sauce for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, this again. What year is this from? Like, everyone's guess. Like, what year is this from? You think?
91.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 91.
93.
I'm gonna say 91.
I'm 95. I think it's 95. So let me see if I can get a confirmation on like when this, because this definitely reeks of like new generation
Slap
shit.
nuts.
Let me see. With My Baby Tonight. Let me see if I can get a release date here. Let's see. Dates used 96 to 97. So wow. I was off by a year. 96.
And Night Wars era.
Way off.
Yeah, the thing with okay, so the episode's from 95 it looks like, but still. Like I said, the thing with the is that like it's always funny like looking back at old clips from like, the quote unquote golden era, because like you'll see stuff from like 91 where it's like, oh, it's like Hulk Hogan and Warrior and all this stuff. It's like, oh, this like reeks of 80s. And it's like, oh, this is like 1991.
Yeah, that's true.
Again, WWE's always been like, I mean, I would say pro wrestling in general, but especially WWE, they're always like 5 years behind the culture. They're like,
I was literally just talking about that with a friend tonight about how like, WWE even still is so culturally calcified in like 2002.
Yeah.
That, like, to update it, you would have to update it by like 20 years. Like the hippest thing that Triple H likes is like fucking Poppy. Like, but after that, it's like new metal and Iron Crossfit.
Well, new metal's coming again. Again, Luke and I know new metal's coming back in a big way.
Yeah, totally. So I mean,
we just went to new metal night.
Wrestlers were debuting with dubstep entrance teams in like 2018. Like 8 years.
That was a dark era. Yeah, no, that was really bad.
I will say wrestling theme music, especially in WWE, is at an all-time low. It's a lot of the new themes are fucking bad because we were watching Royal Rumble. Yeah, because we were watching Royal Rumble, and I was just like, I just didn't know. Like, I'm like, I know the wrestlers. I just don't like. As soon as like I hear music, I'd be like, "Oh, who's that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's this person." Okay.
Shitty generic things. Yeah.
They gotta bring Jim. They gotta bring Jim back. Jim Johnson. They gotta bring him back.
Still can't get over how bad the Bray Wyatt theme is.
Oh, it's especially because he had a great theme before.
Yeah, he had a really good one.
What was that?
I feel bad because I feel like they could have gotten some better background singers to pump him up a little bit better.
Yeah,
they matched his energy, and it didn't really help him.
Oh my
God! J's had. I mean, Max and I talked about this in the column, but like, what a fucking year Double J's had.
Yes,
you know,
again,
one of the best years ever. Probably. I mean,
Jeff Jarrett. For the listeners, I don't want. Again, the thing is that like the last time that I tried to go deep on like wrestler lore, people wanted to like shoot me with a gun, so I will not go too deep into wrestling lore. But like Jeff Jarrett is one of the greatest carnies to ever carny. Like, I'm not sure if our non-wrestling, non-wrestling fan listeners understand what that term is, but like he is one of the greatest swindlers in professional wrestling history. A guy that has somehow always been able to get a bag, even when the odds were stacked against him. He has gotten a bag.
I mean,
he ransomed Vince McMahon out of like $250K. Because he was like, I want to, again, like my contract ended and I'm going to take your title with me unless you pay me $250,000, which I mean, that was after the screw job. So Vince is like, I don't want that to happen again. So fine, Jeff, here's your money.
Much like, much like the circus and, like the, old school rock and roll and professional wrestling and crypto. Professional wrestling's full of, a bunch of libertarian guys who are just conning each other.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
briefly,
Florida.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all based in Florida. Yeah.
His 2022 was insane though. He had a SummerSlam moment. He retired Ric Flair, and now he's in AEW. He's literally all over the map.
Yes.
And he did Ric Flair's he retired Ric Flair. Yeah. And that was his own independent. Him and Jim Crockett, but still, it was like his show. Crazy.
Yeah.
Again, Jeff Jarrett. Again, a guy, just one of the all-time greats. Not for his wrestling ability, but just for being one of the greatest carnies ever. Just you got to respect it.
It's crazy that I went from seeing Jeff Jarrett, 18 months ago at a GCW show to. He was working for WWE for 6 months, and then now he's at AEW. And
he's an active competitor still. He's 55 years old and he's still wrestling.
And the fact that he's
in good shape
as he is in ring, and he's as fun. He does all those fun fucking spots that he does and shit. Talk about ref interference and stuff. I mean, he's the king of it.
Yeah.
But no, he's still this good, this old. It's good that he's kind of getting his flowers now.
Exactly,
for sure.
But let's move on. Let's move on to our next song, coming in from MVP Montel Vontavious Porter. I believe I got that right. I really hope I did. Again, I watched a lot of SmackDown in the late 2000s, so I'm very familiar with MVP. And this is his song, Orwellian Prophecy. And this is a ghetto strong style production.
Yeah, I love MVP.
And this appears to be, so this video was uploaded back in August 2021, but the release date was apparently June 8th, 2015. So, okay, here we go.
I love MVP more after this.
Oh, yeah.
So we have the presidential stand. It looks like he's appearing as the president of the United States.
They did the stock footage, though. It was
North Korea, China.
Yeah, North Korea.
The guy from Iran. I don't remember his name. Or president of Iran. George Bush is fighter. Oh, this is a political. Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
We have to get all Mortal Technique on our ass.
Mission accomplished, Odo.
Watching the news. The day's barely started and I'm feeling the blues. Iran's making nukes, North Korea's.
I like his voice.
Yeah.
So it's very gravelly.
Yeah.
Oh god, he just cut to photos of the Baptist church, whatever. I don't remember the name of that church.
The economy's a mess. The banks are a racket. A tisket, a tasket, the hell in a hand basket. I kill the
Epic line.
because I can't stand the sound.
In these
Oh god, this
uncertain
flow
times.
is. I love MVP, but this flow is terrible.
Big pharma and their lobbyists bring damage in our youth. I'm not a righteous man, so I
Weirdly
can't
enough, the flow is similar to the Joe Pesci.
Oh my god, you're right. Oh, you're so right.
From the ACLU. We are incredibly disappointed that President Obama signed this new law, even though his administration had already claimed overly broad detention authority in court. Any hope that the Obama administration would roll back
I don't know what this is
constitutional
supposed to
excesses
mean.
of George Bush in the war on terror.
Yeah, I got it. We're just again. These are high level ideas that we're taking in right now, everybody. So
Trying to figure out like what it is he's trying to say to us right now.
Orwellian prophecy.
So you hug your mama. She voted for the black guy, Barack Obama. Obama and Bush are the same.
Wait.
Mass fact, check out the National Defense Authorization Act. Permission to speak freely, freedom's under attack.
Luke,
But not by
you know what this reminds me of, Luke? This reminds me of staunch moderates.
Give up liberty for safety, you should have lost both.
Luke can't
I
even-
just think there's a lot of wrestlers with much worse politics.
this is very true.
Oh yeah.
MVP again for the most part.
it
It
was
sounds
kind of
again.
surprising.
Again, I do feel like this could get very easily. Again, I'm surprised that I've not heard any anti-Semitic conspiracy theories so far in this.
Definitely.
He's all about like exposing Guantanamo. That's good.
Good, again, so far, good politics. So far, again, we still have about 2 minutes left, so we'll see. Loves Steely Dan. He loves Steely Dan, MVP. And he's the manager of Bobby Lashley. He rocks.
Yeah, her business was sick.
I do love that he's holding the flag and like kind of hugging it like Trump used to do. I think it's one of my favorite Trump ticks is his like constant need to hug the American flag.
Has anyone
Yeah, he's
seen
like
the
really
graphic?
anti-war.
Wow, this is based. This is based as fuck.
Has anyone seen that graphic of like the conspiracy theory iceberg? It has like
True, yeah. MVP was like, oh, I'm
45
right there.
references to things on that graphic.
This is like what counted for conspiracy theories in like 2009, but now we're just like based.
Yeah.
To be drawn from this dangerous nightmare situation.
The thing with pro wrestlers, sometimes you do forget when you like compare them to like normal people, just how fucking like large they are.
Yeah, they're huge.
And like MVP in the Obama
Big
mask, like wow,
Brother is
MVP is fucking
watching
like
this.
wide.
That's the Orwellian prophecy. Get it?
Oh, and then this music just plays for the rest of it.
Yeah, just going like, hey, you guys can book me for shows, and hey, here's the intro outro music.
It's so.
He's like, I didn't make the outro music. Somebody else did, but
This is a video that was clearly like edited in like iMovie or something. Great.
But yeah, incredibly based MVP.
Mortal to Mortal Technique. I called it.
Oh my goodness.
Well, the question is, would MVP shove Lin-Manuel Miranda in a locker or a dumpster like
Ooh.
Mortal Technique did?
I feel like no, because like, at the end of the day, like most professional wrestlers they won't admit it, but they're theater nerds. They're theater nerds at the end of the day. I feel like he'd be like, I respect Lin-Manuel for what he did with Hamilton, you know? Oh god, that is the horrible thing to Immortal Technique. And the final thing, see you, Space
point.
Cowboy. Oh, incredible. But oh god. All right.
That was fun.
Let's move on.
Oh no.
Our next
Next one.
song comes
Oh,
in
God.
from the Honky-Tonk Man, and this is Honky-Tonk Man live at the 37th annual Slammy Awards in 1987. And for you know the unfamiliars, Honky-Tonk Man, his gimmick was that he was Elvis. Like that was his gimmick. His gimmick was that he was Fat Elvis. Like that's it. That's the gimmick. And for a long time he was the longest reigning Intercontinental
He was
Champion.
the original Elias.
Exactly. So let's hear Honky-Tonk Man.
I like Honky Tonk Man.
It's a fun gimmick.
Called
It's a fun
Hand to
gimmick.
Man.
And this is the Slammies. It's just, oh god. God, they would have had so much money back in the day. In just a unique, I mean, they have a lot of money now, obviously, but it really, like, this really feels like, oh wow, they were like just like spending this money left and right, you know? Oh, he's so oh my god. Like, they, again, what is it with Vince and giving, like, these singing gimmicks to guys who just cannot sing, like, at all? Like, they can only hit one note and that's it. He's got the moves. He's got the white boy wiggle down pretty well.
Looking like Dewey Cox.
I'm really impressed by this production because I'm so used to like Machine Gun Kelly at like WrestleMania 37 style level production.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I used to.
Is that Jesse the Body Ventura on the piano?
Yes.
I think, yeah. That's right. It's me, former Governor Jesse the Body Ventura.
How much cocaine do you think all these people are on right now?
Oh, how? I used to play as Honkytonk Man in WWF Superstars. The arcade.
Wow. Sorry again. Sorry for the silence, listeners. It's just
It's enthralling.
this all in. This is
It's
the Heart.
Honkytonk. Oh my God! It's the Heart Foundation.
Bret Hart, Jim Neidhart. Oh my God.
Oh my God! This is delightful.
Oh, what the?
Wow.
Oh yeah, this is when they were heels. This is incredible.
This is pure entertainment.
Is Jesse Ventura shoot playing piano?
God, he cannot. No way.
I really want to believe that he is.
They got Jimmy Hart there too. The whole Hart Foundation.
This is true. Yeah. Again, this is. I
Doing
think
a
these
hand
are
job
all.
situation?
Honestly, yeah, I think these are all people. Again, I think they're all managed by Jimmy Hart. So it makes sense why Brett and Jim are out there supporting their boy, the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh yeah, no man. Has everyone seen Elvis here?
Oh, well, of course, I have, of course.
Yeah, Matty and I saw Elvis together.
I've been meaning to watch it.
Oh,
it's
Max,
great.
Elvis is incredible.
Oh, you gotta see
you
it.
two are gonna again.
HBO Max. It's 3
I'll
hours.
make some
you won't
time
soon
for it
forget.
this weekend.
Elvis is incredible. I mean, Elvis is legit just an incredible film. It's an incredible film beyond anything
insane.
else.
It's one of the most insane movies I've ever seen.
Exactly.
And especially in a year of insane movies like last year.
This is true.
I needed that endorsement because otherwise I wouldn't have watched it.
Yeah, no, it's like again.
I wasn't
it is,
expecting you to say it was an insane movie.
Well, it's Baz. It's Baz. It's Baz Luhrmann.
Crazy, and it only gets crazier. And I mean, by the third act, 3 hours in, he's like 2.5 hours in, he's doing crowd work and stuff. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Like in terms of like the script, it's very much like your standard music biopic. But in terms of originality, it makes up for it in just like pure style and entertainment.
It's just
where
Baz Luhrmann, like pure strain, like just
insane,
sorting camp.
Yeah, like insane,
directly into the lens. Yeah,
like insane editing, insane cinematography, like. You have like Austin Butler giving like a genuinely great performance where he's able to find like the right balance of like a really good like performance as Elvis, but also just like enough camp thrown in where it's like, okay, like he doesn't forget to be entertaining. And then you have Tom Hanks doing one of the most offensive accents I've ever heard, but I'm not really sure who to be offended on behalf of, really.
Right. It kind of skirts the problem of most like music biopics, I think, and especially now, where it's like, the like authenticity factor or like having to adapt someone's life into a movie and like make it like not cheesy as fuck. It just like escapes that by just being a completely unreal movie about a completely unreal person.
Yes.
It's awesome. It like literally is just like an Elvis movie about Elvis as an icon of like culture more than like a guy, Even though it is about this guy who got like unfortunately just became like the most famous person in the world,
Like the way that again the movie, it basically reframes Elvis as like Jesus. Like that's what the movie essentially does. And I'm glad that Luke, you've come around to Elvis, because I know when we saw it, you were kind of like you were on the fence about it, where I was like I was all
crazy.
in.
It's a crazy. I felt like I was getting hit in the head by a 2x4 for like 3 hours watching it. So like when Matty and I first saw it, I was just like, I don't even know if I liked that. But like after I've watched it again, it's like, oh no, it's like it's just pure camp, you know.
I've got an extremely online friend who took it at face value for the Elvis is Jesus. When she was recommending it to me, she was like, you have to watch it. Like, it really makes you think, like, visualize Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, all right, let's go.
They talk about how he loved like Captain Marvel, and they're like, oh, yeah, like Elvis is like a superhero. You know, it's like an Elvis superhero movie.
Oh, God. Well, let's move on. Let's move on to our next song.
Enough about Elvis.
Coming in from, this comes in from Swerve Strickland and this is his Swerve City. This is a 7-minute long music video for the song Hater / Dope.
We might have to skip through parts of this maybe for time.
We're making good time. We're making good time right now. So
yeah, Swerve's killing it in AEW right now.
Yes.
Well, at least he's killing it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm glad he's killing it somewhere, but I mean, he really seems to be thriving in AEW.
Of course, this video takes place in a jail, which that was a big thing with like when a lot of wrestlers were leaving WWE. All their like promo videos, like I'm leaving, or like them escaping from jail.
Prison. Yeah.
The asylum.
Swerve's got a good rap voice. He's got a good flow, good rap voice.
Yeah, I mean, I think Swerve's kind of known as one of the like wrestlers who are like actually, rappers.
Yeah.
You know, and not just like kayfabe rappers like John Cena.
And this is only from like, and again, he looks cool as shit in this video. Yeah. The fact that he's just gotten more cool looking in the past 2 years has been crazy. That somehow this guy got cooler looking.
Yeah. I just mentioned Cena, though, because Cena's an interesting case, though. Because, like, Cena was, like, a kayfabe white rapper until, like, he actually just became, like, one of the best white rappers of all time.
Yes.
You know?
It's almost a shame that he, that his pro wrestling career hindered his white rapper career, because I feel like he could have.
They basically popped off at the exact same time.
This is true. This is true.
It's it's a complete straight line.
Let's see, who is this? Yeah, I'm trying again. Who is the other guy here? Let's see, Swerve Confident. Let me check on Spotify. Because this is a rap collective, Swerve City. So it's trying to get me to check out the song Swerve City by Deftones.
Great song.
When I tried to do some Googling about it, it kept giving me that and a band called Swerve City that's not this group.
Yeah. I guess because I assume it's not like on like Spotify or anything. It's like it's the podcast. But
yeah.
This is just like a very like solid rap song, like.
Swerve's great, man. I love that he's going after second generation wrestlers. Love that kind of angle. That's a very Chris Jericho of him.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Swerve Strickland and cannot find anything more really on this. Oh god, there's more. I feel like we're gonna have to skip. Okay, well I'm gonna. There might be more.
There's like a whole second song.
Oh, there's a second song. Okay, I see.
Holy shit, he did like two.
Yeah, no, there's a jump scare and then a second song.
Someone's been watching The Dark Knight. He's doing like a.
So we got. They're in spooky makeup.
They got spooky.
Like zombie makeup and this. That's some good makeup.
He got horrorcore all of a sudden.
Yeah, I was going to say earlier that I don't respect Swerve's flow as much as I respect Max Caster's, and I think it's this part of the song that ruined the rest of it for me.
Let's see, yeah, because we're this is Swerve's partner in this rap group, so I'm curious to hear.
Have the cool flute rap going on. Love the flute rap. Yeah, it's definitely kind of starting to turn into like D12. And I say that lovingly as someone from Detroit. I'm still into it, but like I'm a juggalo.
Yeah.
True.
I will say, yeah, I re-listened to because I think it was the podcast outro music for our most recent episode when I'm the song with Danny Brown, When I'm Clownin'. Great, terrible song, great Danny Brown verse. One of the worst beats I've ever heard.
Good track. Woo. Bunch of wicked clowns.
This is just again.
Funny how we meet like this, coincidence with the studio mix.
He's got a little bit of a David Diggs like kind of flow to his voice a little bit.
Yeah, he's doing like a Tech 9 thing right now.
Yeah, definitely doing like a Tech 9 thing.
Oh yeah.
My spine ain't no lanes, we moving like this. I hit every girl that I place in my aim. I'm dealing with money, you dealing with pain. I'm running like Jordan, you play for the Knicks. Mature on my own, you trying like Chris. A champion winning, we 6 for 6.
Now I've noticed so far in this
fast rap. I don't know if we can really do fast rap. Yeah.
so far in this playlist, again, a shocking lack of power pop so far.
Yeah.
Where's the again? Hopefully we're gonna get some power pop later on. We'll see.
Oh
All
gosh.
right, I think we've had enough of this. I think we've had enough. This is too long. Oh God, yeah. This next one coming in.
Gosh.
Was that
I know what this
twisted
is.
for
Oh
you?
God.
You want to play the rest of this word thing?
It's the worst.
Thick and twisted.
Yeah, I've had enough. We're gonna move on to Jerry the King Lawler, who like I want to hope the best of health because he recently just had a stroke. But Jerry the King Lawler is also like a really shitty dude. Like even for professional wrestlers, is a really shitty guy. Who somehow skirted past a lot of really.
I always hated that motherfucker, and I thought he was really annoying.
Yes, I would agree. But we're gonna listen to one of his songs.
Is in ill health. That's a bad thing to say, but
I was not happy, nor was I sad about the news. I was like, oh, okay. But let's hear Wimpbuster from Jerry the King Lawler.
I was like, oh,
you're not gonna want to hear that.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Is that the fucking Ghostbusters music?
Yeah.
It's just a parody.
Yes.
This is the weakest entry on the entire list.
Okay, but somehow this came out on vinyl. I'm looking at it on Discogs. There's a 7-inch.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is...
Oh, watch him it.
Oh my God. What the shit? Jimmy Hart jump scare.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart is like... This is
is that the Andy...
Stuff like the Swerve video.
It already sucks, but the video rules.
Yeah,
this video rocks.
King sucks, but this is sick. Just because it's like old school Memphis wrestling.
Yeah. God, we gotta show Nadine this video if he hasn't. Nadine, a great writer and wrestling fan of myself and Luke's.
Oh, Nadine would love this.
I know Nadine's on a real Memphis wrestling kick right now, so
yeah.
What are the lyrics? They just talk about putting a bullet in his head.
I think so.
Bart.
And of course, Jerry King Lawler, for any non wrestling fans, you might be familiar with the Andy Kaufman feud.
Yes.
I think that's probably most people's like. If you weren't, if you either you know him from like his at being one of the main guys commentating during the Attitude Era, or for the Andy Kaufman feud.
Now, did Jerry Lawler coin the term puppy piece?
I mean, he definitely popularized it for sure.
Yeah, he definitely popular.
One of wrestling's greatest perverts, and I mean that in a completely derogatory way.
Yeah,
Definitely.
what a freak.
I'd like to say, oh, one person set like feminism back so far. I feel like that's not, it's not fair. But I feel like if there's any one dude that really did not help at all, was the face of Vince McMahon's most horny tendencies as a person.
But without Jerry the King Lawler, would Charlie Day sound that way? I don't know. This has been good. Kudos to Gavin for including this.
Yeah,
I was skeptical because I was like, I hate the King.
This is hilarious.
This
is great.
One King in Elvis to another King entirely in Jerry the King Lawler.
Exactly.
After talking about the original King, Honkytonk.
Oh, good. Again, we need Neil Ciceriga to make a new Bustin', but with this video.
Bustin'.
Also, again, this is like a Weird Al level like parody in terms of like, oh, this is like really, again, a really good recreation of Ghostbusters, but
I still don't know what the parody is supposed to mean. I don't know what
it's about busting wimps.
I guess he's
it's about busting wimps, dude. Have you not been listening to it, Luke? It's about busting wimps.
Yeah, I think Luke doesn't want to take in the meaning of the song because he knows that he would be wimp busted by Jerry the King Lawler.
The footage they use on this part of the video makes my stomach hurt.
Boys like suplexing people. I mean, I've seen wimps busted. You know. Who you gonna call? Wow, that's terrifying.
That was great. Oh, that
Jerry
was
the
incredible.
King Lawler is the Ghostbuster ghost.
Oh God. Well, let's move on. This next song, the main artists in the song are not professional wrestlers. But the song does feature a professional wrestler. It features Bryan Danielson, who does some vocals on the chorus. But this is Kimya Dawson and Aesop Rock with Captain Lou.
When Michael died, people all over the world did the moonwalk and the thriller. When Patrick died,
this is I know Kimya Dawson's a legend, all that, but
just say it.
This sounds terrible.
I'd like to think that Kimya Dawson like rushed to record it right when Lou Albano died.
It's got to be the case. Or I seem like record a demo and then realize, oh, the demo vocals just like they sound better to me, or like it fits the song better than like the studio.
Captain Lou, though, I mean, definitely the best power pop wrestling song of all time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there he is, Bryan Danielson on the chorus. Okay, I'm coming around to this song. I'm coming around.
I just want to know how how Bryan Danielson got on this track.
Yeah, how did it work out?
Like friends with Kimya Dawson.
I assume just friends with
Kimya. I want to know if the Bella twins know that this song exists.
It was when Danielson was on mushrooms one time.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Oh my God.
Oh no! Breaking news. And checking the Indieheads podcast chat. If you're a fan of this podcast, you're a fan of the One Star podcast. You might be familiar with the man known as Aaron Jackson, a very strange man that made very perverted parody videos on YouTube. He might have died. Apparently, had to break that in. I might have to pull up have you guys seen an Aaron Jackson video?
Not familiar.
We're gonna do an interlude after this song and play some Aaron Jackson for everybody.
Wait, boost the Bryan Danielson vocal.
Yeah, because it sounds like Aesop Rock to me.
I feel like I need to wait for like a verse to come in.
I want to hear more Danielson.
Okay, this sounds like Aesop Rock.
Yeah, I didn't know Danielson was on it. And
I feel again. I can tell it's Danielson because Danielson's a little less in tune than like Aesop Rock. This is okay. I've come around. This is pretty sick.
Very good.
This is pretty sick, I gotta say. Oh, okay. We found a tweet from Kimya Dawson 9 years ago.
Oh wait,
Brandon
it's a broken link.
It worked for me. Again, I got the tweet pulled up. Let's see. 9 years ago, Bryan Danielson recorded Beckles in my kitchen. Yes. I would assume the link here is broken, but again, just confirms that hey, Bryan Danielson was on this song. Oh, there's again. Okay.
Oh, she's with King.
King and Danielson. There we go. Hell yeah. That rocks. Let's go.
Wow, that's sick. That is honestly sick.
Okay.
I found like a blog post about it too, and she wrote it about how much she loved Albano when she was a kid, and how his death proves that none of us know when it'll be our time to die.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know which Aaron Jackson video to click here. I guess to introduce again a very strange man. We'll go with his most popular video, which is just titled "Horny."
First to suck my dick, and then I will eat your clit. Now just tell you, you know you fucking love it. Yeah, you just feel it. Yeah, I just tell you right fucking now. What you will just do for me. Make my lungs fucking come out into your pussy and into your fucking mouth. Into your mouth.
He just makes every song. He just makes every song wet ass pussy.
Yes, pretty much. He just turns every song horny. Rest in peace, Aaron Jackson.
Rest in peace, King.
That outsider art.
Yes, Aaron Jackson's out. I would agree. He's definitely
he just
outsider
makes every song into Ram Ranch.
Oh God. Well, let's move on. Let's keep going. We got a couple more songs left. This is a classic one. I feel like this one's a classic one. This comes from Koko Ware with the song Piledriver. And this is I want to say this is from the 80s album that they put out, the WWF put out, just of a bunch of wrestlers doing songs.
There's 87 in the video.
Got a high budget music video too.
Frame rate.
Yeah, they were big on.
Oh, there's Hulk. There's the Hulkster.
Wow.
Again, I'm always saying that. I'm always saying that love is like a slow dance.
Did Jimmy Hart write this song?
Oh yeah, I think he's written like half the songs that we've listened to tonight. Okay, here we go. This is this power pop, Luke? Would you say this is power pop?
This isn't power pop, I don't think. But I mean, there's basically at least 4 or 5 other big 80s hits that are essentially just this song.
Yes. Of course, we have the videos. All these WWF wrestlers, again, they are construction workers, and right now they're rebelling against their bosses.
This is 87. I mean, this is just unless you were Guns N' Roses or Jane's Addiction or Red Hot Chili Peppers, this is just what rock music sounded like until 1992.
Yeah, New Wave had fully died out and become whatever the fuck this is at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, this song is called Piledriver, and the movie we just watched Koko Ware do was not a piledriver. That was a brain buster. I feel like I've been lied to. You guys think that Vince McMahon would do that? Would lie to me?
That was a really cool cinematic shot of Koko Ware.
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was a sick brain buster and a sick shot.
Oh yeah, brother. Piledriver. It's good.
What are all these women like? This is an active like they're not like on like a street. This is like an active construction. Yeah. Why are these women like
catcalling them?
Like
all
again,
of the construction scenes feel like they're out of like a Tim and Eric project.
Oh, here we go. They're about to pick up the union rep has gone into the porta potty.
Like porta potty humor.
Now they're just doing a jackass stunt right now. They're just setting up for the Poo Cocktail Supreme.
I have to say that was a standout track for me. That
definitely was a standout. That had some had some great production values.
Yeah. But here we are. We move back to the 2000s, and this one comes from Maria Kanellis with the song Fantasy. Of course, Maria Kanellis, women's wrestler in the 2000s. I remember Maria. I had a huge crush on Maria back in the day.
Now signed to Ring of Honor, right?
Ring of Honor. She's a MILF now.
I loved Maria. I loved also how Maria and her husband like conned WWE, and they had this big comeback with that horrible song, and then immediately she went on like parental leave.
Yeah.
Incredible promo. Incredible promo to look up is the Maria Kanellis. Carl Anderson was in love with her in New Japan for a minute.
Yes.
There's just an amazing promo he cuts. Oh, Maria.
You know, her entrance theme, like it was called like with legs like that or something.
Oh my god!
It was like vaguely power pop, but more just horrible Warped Tour pop punk. It sounded like Simple Plan.
Yeah, it could have been by them. I'm gonna play this first, and then I'll pull up her theme song because it's a great theme song. But let's listen to a little bit of Maria Kanellis' Fantasy, and we're immediately opening with like this horrific like. Very 2000s logo.
Yeah.
I'd love somebody to do this in karaoke.
I don't think Fabio's gonna have that.
I'd love to do like Ass Man.
Oh my god. There's gotta be a karaoke video of Ass Man out there. There's gotta be.
So many ass, so little time.
We're gonna Jobber's gonna walk out to Ass Man at all of our South by Southwest.
So sick.
Nice.
So sick. It's just the best.
Oh, so the video's open with a man looking at like a mannequin, and he's now turned the mannequin into a real woman, and that woman is Maria Kanellis.
Maria Kanellis.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It sounds like shitty 3 Days Grace. And which
Cody's favorite band.
That's Our Lady Peace.
Our Lady Peace. Sorry, but wrong 3-word combination.
This is such a weird video. I do not like this video already. Something is evil. Video. Something evil is going on.
Doing like a flyleaf thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
She ain't no Lacey though. She ain't no Lacey. It doesn't help that they picked like just kind of a schlubby dude to be the guy. Oh,
it's definitely giving like Twilight soundtrack, Paramore.
Oh yeah. Because this came out in 2010, so
wow. Seems late for this.
Again, as I said, professional wrestling
everything
is 5 years behind on the cultural cycle.
She does not know how to strike while the iron is hot. She could have been a great pop punk.
This is reminding me, though, Matty, remember, just to plug our friend Holiday Kirk's New Metal Night that Matty and I went to on Saturday, there was a great moment where Holiday Kirk, our friend, we did a New Metal DJ night this past Saturday in downtown LA that Matty and I were at. And one of the most incredible moments during that was when he showed solidarity with all the emos by playing Until the Day I Die by Story of the Year, and then flipping that into I'm So Sick by Flyleaf.
Yeah, which is a great song.
One of the greatest moments I've ever experienced at a DJ night, and people were going fucking nuts. But anyway, this video is basically that. But it's that moment.
This is like one of the most like. Again, Maria is one of the most beautiful women in wrestling. I hope I can say that, not sound like a pervert. But this is like one of the most like unsexy things I've seen in quite a time.
I kind of feel bad for this guy who's like has to just stare at her through the window awkwardly.
Yeah, it's like, why is he even there? Yeah, I guess because he's like this weird woman that this doll just turned into a real woman, and now she's like, playing with me.
His facial expressions are unsettling.
Yeah. And it's intercut with her like singing, and she's got like a studded, like very tiny leather jacket on.
None of these choices are doing anybody any favors.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is I don't want to tap out early on this one, but it's I'm getting there.
Is she wearing a Rob Zombie shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, she is. Hell yeah. Shouts out to Rob.
What a waste. This could have been so good.
That she's wearing another artist's shirt.
Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, a little odd.
Oh, wait. Okay, he's got his hand up to the glass. And is she there? I don't. It's not like flashing lights on him, like he's stuck in the black or something. What is he? It keeps cutting back to him, like staring at nothing.
Find her. I mean, I'd freak out if a mannequin became a woman and then disappeared.
That's true, but he seems pretty not. He doesn't really seem that fazed by it, though. Is the thing. I mean, for all you know, he's just like on. He just did some fucking meth or bath salts and just walking down the streets of LA. Like, whoa, his doll turned into a real person. What the hell? Oh man, that was crazy. What the fuck was that?
That's crazy.
Oh wait, there's more. Oh, he's okay.
Oh,
he's
back there.
It was all in his head.
Oh, he has his hands on the window.
It was Maxwell.
No.
Oh, but there's the real Maria. They're staring. What?
Oh.
This is so awkward. What the fuck is going
on?
Okay, we need the evil. I feel like something evil just happened in that video. So we need a
palate cleanse, yeah.
We need to counteract that with her theme song, which is one of the greatest wrestling theme songs ever. Not the True Love Titantron, which that's also hilarious.
That one was great in its own way.
Yes.
Yeah, True Love was awesome.
We're talking about with legs like that.
Yes.
That's the one that rocks.
Here she comes again, like good medicine. Every step
hell yeah.
Oh,
Us. You walk on for days. This is so sick.
This is just like an all-time low song. This is just a regular all-time
there's like a rap part.
This is amazing. I don't remember this at all.
Oh man, yeah, no, I have fond I got fond memories of Maria in this song. Let me tell you, brother. I do remember that. I think Maria was like the last again like pose for Playboy like a year or two before WB went PG. I do remember that because that was a big thing when I was watching. And of course, I was like 10 years old when this was all going down. So, I'm surprised my parents. Again, I guess my parents didn't catch on.
Right before the PG era.
Well, again, I think the palette again, that solid palette concert. We heard a great song.
That's great.
And now we move on to. I'm very worried about this next song because these
last two are going to be a doozy.
So this is from. Go ahead, Max. Go ahead, Max.
Oh no, I'm just lamenting. How do you say the band name? This band name.
I have always said
PeroxWhy.
PeroxWhy.
Yeah, PeroxWhy.
Okay. Yeah, that's how
course,
I said it too.
And this is of course Jeff Hardy's band, and I've heard a couple of these again. Of course, back when I was like 10, I was like, wow, these PeroxWhy songs are so good, and now I was like, wow, these are fucking awful, and I'm expecting this to be more of the same. So let's listen to PeroxWhy, Another Me.
It's amazing that this is a lyric video because it's very helpful.
Oh, okay, no, I've heard this one. This is kind of sick. I gotta say, this is like Tagabo a little bit, you know.
Needs like mindless self-indulgence.
Yeah.
He came up with his band name while staring at a can of aerosol.
Okay, this is not as bad as I remember. This is not as bad as I thought it was going to be honest.
I like it.
He's got way worse songs, I will say. There's a lot. This is one of the better ones, for sure.
Didn't he do an acoustic set when they were in LA the first time for AEW?
Oh, that's right, yeah, because I think he played with Frankie Kazarian's band.
Yeah, at the Viper Room.
For Oxygen Unplugged.
Solo acoustic Jeff.
Also, that he's using like life, the metaphor of life as a game of Monopoly. Like, what, sir?
This is so sick.
Yeah,
I really actually like this.
Yeah, a game of Monopoly as opposed to the game of life.
Yeah.
Makes you think.
Yeah, for this again, I think he was. I want to say this was his theme music in TNA. I feel like it's got to be. Yeah, this is again. I really. I think again. This has made me a thought that's been dug deep in the back of my head that I'm now coming to terms being like, oh wow, like yeah, like Douglas from Tagabo is the Jeff Hardy of shoegaze. Yeah. Just like a crazy ass white boy doing shit doing shit we haven't heard in shoegaze.
It's
just like
bad.
Jeff.
I mean, I hope Jeff's okay.
I agree. I love Jeff as a kid. He's one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah, prayers up for Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, and I mean, Jeff's always been one of my favorites, and it's especially sucked, like in this past year. You're a fan of the Hardys.
Yeah.
But, hopefully he gets better, and,
Yeah,
I don't really know if I want to see him return to the ring.
Yeah, no, I feel like
I was going
Jeff.
to say the pop for Willow when he gets back.
I might pop for Willow if Willow can wrestle. They need to do a Hardy compound match that shows that they can still go.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Is just like that seems to be the safest way to use those guys.
Do a Hardy compound match, and I'll be happier than a pig in shit.
It'll be a comeback and farewell match.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, well, they need to go in the river of regeneration one last time.
Yes. This is, I gotta say, I wasn't going in like being like, oh, this is probably gonna suck. This is good. This is actually just like genuinely a pretty good song.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, even before, like Jeff's like right at the tail end of his WWE run, even Jeff was still like pretty decent. Like, but still, he was still able to go.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
They made him bury Killer Cross. That was really funny.
That was very funny.
That was really fucking awesome. Basically, the last cool thing Jeff Hardy did. It was bury Killer Cross.
That was kind of sick. That was kind of sick.
Kind of vaguely Linkin Park-esque. It was good.
Definitely, yeah. That's again. We gotta send that to Kirk to post on the New Metal account. But here we are, the finale, and Gavin picked a fucking great video / song to end with. And this is a segment from AEW that very popular segment, got all the way to the fucking New York Times. This segment. And this is in 2020. This is like October 2020, like peak pandemic era for professional wrestling. And what does AEW do? Well, they get Chris Jericho and MJF, who were in a storyline at the time. They were becoming teammates as a part of the Inner Circle.
MJF was trying to join the Inner Circle.
Yes,
which was Chris Jericho's faction.
Yes. And to celebrate him joining the
AEW
faction,
champion Chris Jericho was AEW champion.
Yes, that no.
Moxley champion.
No, Mox was champion at the time.
Okay, sorry,
Mox was champion.
Yeah, sorry, that was after he lost belt. This is when Mox was champion.
But here are Chris Jericho and MJF performing "Me and My Shadow." Of course, they're opening on a little bit.
This is like one of my favorite AEW segments ever.
The champagne was I bought it.
Yeah, a little bit of the bubbly.
It wasn't good.
No.
Oh no!
You're telling me the Chris Jericho? You're telling me the Chris Jericho branded champagne isn't good?
Yeah, the gimmick champagne wasn't good.
You're stretching it. I've had better. Thelma?
Her name is Velma with a V.
Got it. Completely understand. Thelma, here's my order, okay, sweetheart. I'm gonna need a 20-ounce porterhouse steak with a baked potato on the side, and I'm gonna need that sucker well done. Thanks.
Velma, I would love a porterhouse steak, also 20 ounces, also with a baked potato, but I'd like that cooked medium well.
I don't know anything about steak. Is that bad they did that?
My apologies. I'd like you to strike down
It's just
that
classic
last order.
comedy.
I'm gonna have a 20-ounce porterhouse with a baked potato, and I'm gonna need that.
This is just classic, like,
medium.
vaudevillian humor. It's perfect wrestling humor.
I would like a porterhouse steak, 20 ounces, with a baked potato. I'd like to change the
Like a
temperature on
fucking
that
Marx
to
Brothers
medium
movie or something.
rare.
Thelma, please strike my last order. I would like a 20-ounce porterhouse steak with a baked potato on the side, and I'm gonna need that rare.
Velma?
Again, the great thing is, of course, this is pandemic era, so there's like no crowds.
20 ounces baked potato on the
So
side, and I like that cooked blue.
there's no laugh track, no reaction to the promo.
Extra
Just
bloody rare.
like very weird, awkward, but it works.
Okay, great.
What are we doing?
Also,
What are we doing here? What?
It's crazy to see
I mean,
Jericho.
I wish that AEW would capitalize on the success of this and just
rude
and
to the
come
valet
back to it
guy?
at some
Me
point.
too.
Yes.
I want more singing and dancing.
Downstairs. You know, we're going to have this town hall meeting next week with the Inner Circle to talk to the man on the street to find out what the general consensus is as to whether or not you should join. I don't even know if we should even bother. What's the point?
Chris, let's cut through the bull, okay? You and I both know this is a gigantic opportunity for both of us. We're the two biggest stars in all of professional wrestling. Us working together, man, the demo god and the ratings ruler?
All right. Let me just say this. Cut through the bull. The ratings ruler sucks.
People love it.
It's terrible. It's got about as much chance of getting
It's
over
really
as
insane to see Jericho before he
Orange
lost the weight.
Cassidy.
It's crazy. The Longhorn Steakhouse era Jericho.
See? We're getting no differences, Chris. I mean, come on. Just picture it. Us. Together.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh my god.
oh my god.
What did I live for?
Like the wallpaper sticks to the wall. Like the seashore clings to the sea. Like you'll never get rid of your shadow. Yes, you'll never get rid of me.
Oh.
Let all the others fight and fuss.
When this started, when I was watching it live, I was like peaking. I was coughing very hard.
We're closer than pages that stick in a book. We're closer than ripples.
And it just amps up the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's honestly impressive.
Because I'm assuming they didn't really rehearse this that much. I would assume.
I was thinking the opposite. I think they rehearsed it a lot.
Yeah,
that's possible.
To a jackass. Not a soul can bust this team in two. We
You know,
stick
this is like a fucking
together
full-ass
glue
Bubsy
and
Berkeley routine, you know? Like, they rehearsed this a fucking lot. Like,
Yeah.
you can tell, because it's very good.
Clocks don't chime. What a surprise. They ring. A ding ding, happy new year. And not a repeat.
Do you think any of MJF's part is actually him, though?
Oh, yeah, no,
Sounds like him.
He's a theater kid. He was a musical
Yeah.
theater.
It didn't really sound like him at the beginning, but this whole part does sound like him.
I think he might be ADR.
Yeah.
Before we can finish, we'll make the town roar.
I think that's definitely MJF singing.
And then a few more.
We wind up at dailies and then the fourth floor.
Life is gonna be wee wah wee for my shadow and me.
It's like Seth MacFarlane.
This is incredible. Oh my god.
This is so good. This is just one of the best promos of the last, greatest like
Maxwell?
sketches of the last.
Would you do me a favor?
What do you want now?
Would you mind taking it one more time?
From the top?
No, from the ending.
From the top?
Incredible. Grand finale.
We'll beat up a Moxley, whatever we do. Life is gonna be.
Oh god, yeah. Again, Jericho looks so bloated here at this time.
Oh yeah,
It adds to the comedy.
Gassed, incredibly gassed during that last little bit when he was like,
an admirable performance.
Oh, 100%.
He's so red. He's so fucking
Yeah,
red.
oh yeah, he's blown, brother. He's very blown, brother. Incredible. What can you even say?
This is rare, like rare.
It's disgusting. I mean, we're gonna have to see this.
Getting like raw steaks. Oh, incredible. Oh, incredible. Wow. I had never watched that before, surprisingly.
Well,
that
hey.
was
Wow.
I know, that was
Never
great.
seen that?
No, because I wasn't watching AEW at the time.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a classic moment.
Oh my god, that's
That's
god. I mean, how do
our world
you
champion.
I mean, how do you
You know, with
God. How do you how do you continue? I mean, of course it's the end, but like how do I even do an outro? How do I do any of that stuff after this?
Play it again.
Oh my god. Again, and as I mentioned, this was in New York Times best performances of 2020. Like not just like
that was one of the most swaggy things anyone did over the pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, they did with how much attention it got them. I would be stupid to not run it back, at some point.
Yeah, I definitely gotta watch this again. Holy shit, this is wow. Well, that's it. That is it for this episode. Thank you, Luke, for coming back on. Thank you, Max, for coming back on. Where can people find you? What's on the periphery for you guys?
Hard Time Blues.
Be sure to read Hard Time Blues on Merry Go Round Magazine. Soon to be a podcast? ?
Ooh.
I think this was almost kind of like a dry run for the Hard Time Blues podcast. Because Kate's a contributor to Hard Time Blues, so this kind of counts as like a Hard Time Blues crossover event.
A little bit, yeah.
But so we're kind of seeing the genesis, the forming of a new faction here.
New world order.
Also a Hard Time Blues contributor.
This is true.
We're all technically part of Hard Time Blues. So,
I'm doing a bit of I'm betraying the Indieheads podcast faction. I'm defecting to Hard Time Blues.
Double cross.
Come to Max and I's side, right? But also Mo Troper, definitely check out his stuff. He's on Twitter too, and I got a record play. I mean, speaking of, he's a big fan of MJF.
Yes. And then Kate, where can people find you?
Out in the streets, on twitter.com. Playing lots of shows with my band Jobber. We're headed down to Austin in a few weeks for that thing down there. And
Again, if you're South by, go see Jobber. But yeah, and then for me, my plugs, well, you're listening to the plug. This is the plug. This is what I'd be plugging if I was on a different show. If I was on the Hard Time Blues podcast, this is what I'd be plugging, is the Indieheads podcast.
You will be on the Hard Time Blues podcast.
Which I will be, of course, whenever I will be. But yeah, that is it for this episode. Thank you all for listening, and we will see you listeners next week. As next week, actually, you will not be hearing me next week. I'll be taking the week off next week as I will be out of town at a wedding, but taking over for me is Natalie and Jackie, as Natalie has a great episode coming up for y'all, a great playlist going over a very specific period in time with the playlist title, and this is going to tell you what the episode's about. You can make your guesses from here. POV, you are using Pandora in the year 2012 because you still don't understand how Spotify works. And I'm gonna let everyone here take a look at this podcast, this playlist really quick, and let the visceral memories come in and flow in.
Oh wow.
Oof.
Oh wow.
Take you back. I'm actually really bummed I'm not on this episode because this is an incredible playlist. Not because it's good, but because it's so visceral.
Pepper Trap. I haven't seen that. Ooh, yeah.
But that is it. So yeah, again, come back next week. Again, very excited for next week's episode, because again, this is an episode that I will not be listening. I'll be listening to this one as a fan next week, as everybody else. So very, very excited. Well then, we will see you all next week then, and bye bye.